Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean. Please welcome my very special guest, Valerie from Illumination Portal. Hi, Val. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Jean? Oh, I always love our conversations before we start. It's everything really right now.
It is high vibrational, very uplifting, and just a beautiful collaboration and energy that we share together, Valerie. I think that we are on the same wavelength, and you talk to the message in planet speak and star speak and
Mhm.
cosmos speak. I speak to the messages on connection to our spirit guides, and but we're saying the same message, and I'm letting y'all know. Hi, Linda. Hi, Wiki. Hi, everybody. So nice to see you. It was very uncanny that Val just said a message about that the message for this time, this energy that we're in right now, is to go inside and to build our own divine um, force, our own divine connection. And as you know, if anybody had just watched Allie from Heart and Soul Connected, we were just on her channel and we said the same thing. So I wanted to pop up the same message. But let's wait. Let's make sure everybody is here before we continue with that. And so Karen is here, Lottie is here, and Diana is here. Hi, Diana. I saw you two last night. Late night owls, I'll tell you, you two. Oh my
We had
gosh.
we had a long day where we were right before the show. We were in Dragonfly Crystal Vows class.
Oh, you did it? Okay. Okay.
Excellent class. It was really nice.
Well, yeah. So that's wonderful. I can't wait to hear all about it. Maybe you could share a little bit about that as well. So Jessica Lynn is here and Lisa Foster is here. Hi, Lisa. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Joyful Journeys and Fatima. Oh, you're welcome, Oil Painter. But yeah, I saw you. I saw y'all as I was like drifting off. I had to go to bed early last night. It was one of those days. Was it rainy where you are, Val?
Yeah, it poured all day. You had a big day though yesterday.
Mhm. Yeah. It was a lot of driving, and when you're driving that far in the rain and it's like,
Oh,
only 2 lanes and yeah,
mhm.
so but I knew I had to preserve my energy for today. I have uh, a a busy schedule for today, that's for sure.
Do you have any
Mhm.
shows after this one? Because I know you
I
were
have
just on with Al and Allie.
right. I don't have any more shows. I have 2 more private readings.
Oh, well, well, well.
Mhm. Mhm.
Busy
Eh,
lady.
mhm.
And
And
you had a,
I started my day with a private reading. So it's like Sundays are a busy day for everybody, and it's a very popular. It's probably one of my most popular days for people to ask for readings. So
yeah.
yeah.
I
Hmm.
get, I'm trying to take Sundays off, but I will open it up to do a reading if someone can't, a lot of people can't come during the week, Monday through Saturday, but it is okay. Make the schedules work.
Yeah. So today, just going to share with us some of the insights and just, in general and regarding the Pluto moving direct as well as the sooner solar eclipse, obviously. And she's going to be talking a little bit about that. But I just wanted to pop up. This is something that I showed on Allie's channel.
Mhm.
And it'll pop up in just a second. It's like buffering on my end. Hmm.
Oh,
I
it's
know
just,
we just did it like 4
yeah,
times, right?
and
Let me
it,
just take it
it
out.
is the message. Hi, everybody. It is so nice to see everybody. Thank you for coming to join us. We love your energy. I just love our community.
That is really odd, isn't it?
It is because I mean, the picture says everything what we're going through. It'll come up. It is
Isn't
so
that
nice to
odd?
see everybody.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a StreamYard thing, I think, but let
Mm.
me stop sharing and go to the actual image and share it again.
Hi,
perhaps.
Fatima.
Okay, there it is.
Yes, Melinda, it was an awesome class. There it is. There we are. This is all
So
of us.
go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say, this is all of us. This is what it is. It's who we are, is this divine spark. And it is this month, well, shoot, let's go back 5 years. This has been the message for us to go inside, to connect to ourselves, to love and accept ourselves, to follow our heart center. Uh, that would be Venus. Follow what you love and value. And the more you do, the more these doors open, the more light we bring in. And I think it's a perfect picture.
Yeah, it was very inspiring for me as with a lot of my readings, a lot of my spiritual journeys has been just really bringing us back to the center, really going within to find all of the answers that we desire are all contained within us, and they want us to radiate this light out. It includes the throat chakra here, it includes the third eye, and then our crown chakra. And this is all of the light that we radiate out when we focus on this divine light, when we build our inner strength and protect our energies around all of our auric fields. And this is really important because there's going to be, like solar flares or dramas or events that happen on the TV and things that are going to want to try and affect our energy. And this is the strong message. They want us to protect our energy, but also to build and cultivate and to just strengthen all of this divine light that is in here. And I'm telling y'all, mine's a little bit smaller than this, and mine's a little bit higher than this. Mine's very much in my high heart, but this is the light that I feel, that I see, and I can feel all of this around me when I strengthen my auric fields, when I focus on my heart chakra, my throat chakra, my third eye, and my crown chakra. In fact, all of the chakras. We can't leave out the solar plexus and the root chakra. So they want us to take this and to send it out. They want us to strengthen this so that we can send it out. It's very much a vibrational and frequency type of thing that they're asking us to do. And when I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is the one I want. And this is the thumbnail that I put up for Allie's show, because this is what I've been feeling the messages come through over and over and over again. So we also encourage that if this doesn't resonate with you, that if you have like a picture of Kuan Yin or a picture of Mother Mary or a picture of whatever it is that inspires you, that makes you feel that your divine, your soul's essence, your soul's vibration inside of you, this is what they just want us to stay in contact with and to strengthen and to reinforce.
Mm-hmm. The most important relationship we have is with ourselves. And this is the message. We're in Libra season, right? And Libra represents all relationships, usually with others. But this message has been constantly coming in to clear and release what blocks you, what feels off, what's got to go. We all know what these things are, and yesterday was like one of the best days for releasing, but every day is. And if full moons, new moons, but have that list of the things you want to bring in, the things that you love and value, that make your heart smile. And it's an ongoing process. We constantly are releasing, we constantly are putting our intentions out. You do it though from your heart. You take in a couple deep breaths, drop into your heart, and that's how we radiate light and energy. That's who we are. Um, there's a lot in the world that wants to take us off our center, wants us to dim our light, wants us to not be strong in unconditional love, because unconditional love is the answer to everything. And we're gonna have to stay strong in this, because these next couple of years are ramping up, especially up until the United States presidential election. That is going to constantly have nonstop fear, stress, division, and it's easy to get angry. It's easy to get caught up. I think it only takes 15 seconds or something. A study I saw of watching something low vibrational, and it just brings all of your energy down. You just kind of sink, you know. And I think that's the point of why we all do these shows, is to keep the reminder, to keep encouraging each other to stay in these higher vibrations. Because once you are there, for the most part, we go back and forth all day, third dimension higher, third dimension higher. But you do get to a point where you stabilize and you're more like a neutral observer to everything going on around you. You can hear these things, and there's some really disturbing things we're hearing, and immediately send it love. That's where we make a difference. We constantly send love out, send that energy. You are energy. We have that ability. What do you think, Jean?
Yes, absolutely. And I, I, I also want to offer or suggest that we may want to entertain the idea that this could be our an opportunity for us to practice our own divinity, our own divine essence, our own
Mm,
soul's vibration here in this world by having, let's just say, the world is an illusion. Let's just say that you know uh, I don't know, like Disneyland gets caught on a balloon and flies away and we're all shocked by it, like what if that is just an opportunity for humans, for humanity, to expand our awareness and to have compassion and hold our own divine energy and understand that the most benevolent outcome it will occur, like that also that these souls that flew away from Disneyland up on a balloon, if they flew away, it's our opportunity to have understanding, and it's our opportunity to grow our soul's awareness, our soul's
mm,
uh, like evolution, the evolution of our soul, the evolution of humanity, because all of humanity will come together and remember Disneyland and to
mm,
honor Disneyland and to appreciate Disneyland for the sacrifice that it made by flying away in that balloon. And you guys know I'm just making all that up. I'm trying not to have a trigger on here. I just want to make sure that that's like an illusion, but it could be an illusion. What if it was an illusion? I offer just for you to contemplate, to wonder, could it be an illusion for me to gain and to elevate my own humanity, my own humanness,
mm,
to evolve with humanity, to have compassion, gain awareness. Perhaps this will lighten all of the frequency and the vibration on planet Earth and allow us to ascend in the uh, age of Aquarius, like we are scheduled to do. Um, so let's get into the age of Aquarius. So
yeah,
something happened
yeah.
recently that it depends on your perspective, but I tend to be I was very much uh, linked to Pluto's retrograde, and
Mm,
I was very much linked to when Pluto came out of retrograde, and
mm,
I felt as though this was it was moving towards the future, moving towards a better opportunity. So, what can you talk a little bit about Pluto and
absolutely. Pluto's the main player. America had their first, we had our first Pluto return February 22nd, 2022. So right there, it says to me, there's, something major is going on. It's the first time it came back in 248 years. It it was in Capricorn, moved into Aquarius in March for a few weeks, and then went retrograde. Now, every time, and this is how I see it, every time he, Pluto in Capricorn, Pluto is about integrity, authenticity, being ethical, being honest, being truthful. Well, if we take Capricorn on the low vibration as the top 3% of those who have all the money and the power and the greed, profiting off of people, putting profits over people, this isn't this doesn't work with Aquarius, because Aquarius is the same, a lot of the same energies as Pluto. Aquarius is about freedom for all, everybody having a seat at the table, equanimity, vision, innovation. How can everyone have a decent, content life? I don't want to say happy, but and so he'll be in Aquarius for 20 years, but that doesn't fully happen until January 2025. Right now, with all this back and forth, every time he goes back into Capricorn, he shows more of what's wrong, all the underbelly, all the things that are society's ills. Why so many of us, there's a lot of people struggling, and it's really unnecessary. There's a lot of money in the world, and
It reminds me of the phrase, that it's showing us what no longer serves us. Like, for a time when we were at a different frequency, we were able to sustain life with that energy. Now that energy is no longer serving us, so it is dying off and being, it's, you know, it's moving away.
right, because that those higher vibrations, those higher frequencies have been coming in, well, for our entire life, lifetimes. But it took a little bit at a time, because raising the vibration just in one quick jump would really kill us all. It would be too much for our energy bodies to hold. Well, here we are. We've been little by little by little. 2012 came, and that was really significant. Yeah, the Mayan calendar ended, but we kept going because we're creating this new world and these new energies. Once Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, right before COVID, had a conjunction, and that's kind of like, that was the precursor to that. Jupiter and Saturn moved through Aquarius, so Pluto's the last one, and we're at the end of the age of Pisces, going into the age of Aquarius, but there's always this chaos period. And the only way we really ascend is for all of us to be the love we are, to send that energy out, to, and it seems almost counterproductive. Like, how can I send love to these atrocities? But we've tried war, we've tried hate and division and everything else for many ages, not just this age. So this is, we've been in that lower vibration for so long. A lot of us don't. Okay, us here, we're getting it. We understand something's happening. We're raising in vibration, but a lot of people don't have that ability to see the vision, to feel into it, to feel how we're all elevating. So Pluto comes in, and he's going to assist us with Aquarius, because Aquarius, again, it's humanity. It is what is best for humanity. How do we make it happen? So by seeing all that's wrong, by giving it everyone can see it. There's no mistaking the pain and trauma that we've just repeated and repeated and repeated. But we know that our energy, and we're a massive group. There's billions of us who are elevating, who understand that, yes, everything is love. But we have the media, who's owned by that same group of people. We have that, I call them heartless and soulless. And I really believe that. I don't, how can you take all the resources and let others starve and die and everything that we all know that goes on?
Yeah, but
So,
don't you think that that can also be a catalyst? Don't you think that that is here in this realm to
ab-
motivate us and to make us feel uncomfortable and make us want to get up out of our seats and to raise higher and raise above it and do better and have a higher vision? I mean, if we were just always in that, go to work, come home and get a paycheck and have dinner, go to work, if we were always that would be meaningless. It would not
yeah,
allow our souls to evolve. And with this catalyst, with these atrocities happening around us, it is a catalyst to get us to move, to get us to raise our vibration and to evolve.
yeah, absolutely. And it's gone on for so long, and this is kind of the part that we see that we have this vision, and we can see everybody raising, everybody being in peace and harmony. Now, I'm not going to say it's perfect, but we have that goal in mind. We know, we can feel it. A lot of people can't even feel it. They can't even perceive a world where everyone is cared for, where everyone matters, and that's Aquarius. And with Pluto there, he is going to really help us level up, level up, level up. It's going to be bumpy for the next couple of years, at least until the election. But it's just not going to be all better overnight, because we're the ones who are, first of all, remembering who we are, integrating the energies within us to bring in these higher vibrations more consistently. But those old systems and structures that are not life affirming are, are being restructured by us. We're the ones creating the whole new ways of going about living, and those labels and all of that needs to come together by all of us. We're the ones doing it. We're the ones we've been waiting for. How many times have you seen that? Right? So the more that we can be the love we are, send love to anything that is disturbing to your soul. Send love to it, and you'll
And
see.
ask what is it that I am to learn from this? What is
Yeah.
the lesson that is for my highest good? What can I learn
Mhm.
from this? How can I, yeah.
So true. Because
Mhm.
I mean, we're never going to stop learning. We're never going to stop evolving. This is an ongoing, um, a new age, right? An age lasts for 2160 years, give or take, and we don't know the day that changes that. To me, well, Diana and I were talking last night, that changes when there's a majority of us understanding we're the ones raising the frequency by being unconditional love. So as long as we have this division and hate and stress and strife, but that's being broadcast to us, right? It's just constantly in the ethers here, in the atmosphere. We have to be strong enough to stay in our power, be able to look at those things, send it love, stay a neutral observer, yet follow our heart and what we love and value. And it's this mix of all this information, yeah, that we,
Balance.
yeah.
Balance is a big message I've been getting as well.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness, yes. And look, we're in Libra season. Libra is about balance, about harmony, about justice, but we're just dipping our toes in, we're just kind of crocking through that. Well, I'd say since the spring equinox, where we're really understanding, but the message has constantly been to go inside. Spring equinox, Aries, right? I am. Well, we have to really understand who we are and take that in and create the person we always wanted to be. Create the person we know we can be, because we see this new way of the collective of humanity going forward. Well, that starts with us. Once we get it, and that's an ongoing, that's never ending either. We're always going to be creating ourselves, our beliefs, but that's another thing. We have to challenge every belief that comes through that we've a lot of us here do that, but there's still some that pop up in me, and I'm like, wow, why do I believe that? Really take the time to go in. So this is first an inside job. It is first us getting to know who we are, to love and accept who we are, and to have the courage to be that vision we see about ourselves.
Yep. Authenticity, walk our talk. And can I just ask you a technical question? Because I was confused. I had this come up in another session that the sign of Aquarius is 20 years, but the age of Aquarius is 2100 years.
Right.
So, what causes us to, I mean, can you see that on the astrological wheel? I know we can see the sign of Aquarius and Pluto moving into Aquarius, but that also triggers the age of Aquarius?
Well, it is because it's the end of the age of Pisces is the end of the zodiac, but the way
Oh,
the ages go backwards. So actually, Pisces is the beginning of the zodiac, and then you go Aquarius, then we'll go to Capricorn and backwards. I don't know why that is. It's
keep us on our toes.
yeah. Uh, um, Oh my goodness! On
So,
the Crown Zone, we went through this, and we talked about the ages. If anyone wants to listen to that, it's pretty cool.
right, right. And it was confusing to me because I can see Pluto moving direct. I can see Pluto moving towards the sign of Aquarius. And
Mhm.
I was mistakenly thinking it was the same thing, that when they moved into the sign of Aquarius, but we've been in the age of Aquarius since what, like 2012 or something? Is that
I I would say that that's when it began. Now we're not near. The reason though about Pluto, right? All the other big planets have went through Aquarius. It really coincided with America's first Pluto return, also.
Oh,
So
that's
all
what I
these
was.
things trigger, right? There's
Ah.
Uranus is in Taurus. That's a World War II vibe. Neptune is in Pisces. That's a uh, Revolutionary War vibe. Like so, it had the someone in astrology the other day. I can't remember who it is. I think it was Christopher Witecki, with Series Joy, and he said that these are all coming up. These energies are all coming up to in a culmination for us to once and for all. Are we going to continue? Are we going to continue doing the war vibe? Don't we have any better ideas? I mean, it's been on and on and on. It's almost, well, it is. It's nauseating to watch all that same old stuff, right? Um, and then Neptune, let's talk about him for a second. He is I think he's at 25 degrees Pisces. Now, he's been in Pisces since 2012. So this was kind of like a sneak peek, right? Neptune in Pisces to me represents spirit. By him going into starting in 2012, we went in a little further. A lot of us were remembering who we were, our intuition, our psychic abilities, our healing abilities all started to really flow into us. But as we can see, there's another small segment of our population that almost seems insane. delusional. And that is the lower vibration of Neptune. So here we are watching it go forward. Now, at the end of I think it's the end of 2025, he's going to be next year. It's going to be the end of next year. Well, he'll be at 28, 29 degrees. He goes to 29.56. There's only 29.59 and
Oh my.
stops and goes retrograde. So the insanity we see, the ridiculousness we see, it's going to be really up for us to take a look at it. How are we going to go forward? Now, don't forget, he's not just by himself. There's all these other energies helping him out. And we all have free will, right? So how are we going to choose to go through that? But that's going to be like a 6-month retrograde. That's going to be really hard to watch on some levels. On our level, our psychic abilities, our intuition, our healing abilities, we're just going to exponentially keep growing, remembering who we are. So, but the point of all that is I believe Spirit wanted to show us the division, to say, well, to give all a chance to connect to their heart, because that's really all it is. Those people just are not connected to their heart. They don't love and accept themselves fully. I'm not saying, well, yeah, that is what I'm saying. So let me just say it. But, it's giving them a chance to look.
Aware. It's their awareness
Right.
of them, of their divine self, the divine
Mhm.
connection. We are all one. We are all one humanity. We are it. I said this several times this week and last week, that if I steal from you, I'm stealing from me. If I kill you, I'm killing me. There is no gains if we have these offenses towards another human. We need to be in community and uplift and support one another in order for any of us to gain, because anything else is just ludicrous. It's just, it's that hamster wheel. So that's what I was, sorry, just got that
No,
as you were
that's
talking.
absolutely true. I mean, we are all one. And what happens, I want to see everyone connected to their heart. That's, my biggest wish. Is we all connect to our hearts. We all treat each other like we'd like to be treated. And it's just a peaceful place, right? Um, Unfortunately, the end of this, well, it's not, and I don't even blame the people. I blame them, if we're going to blame anything, it's how distorted the systems were to begin with. To have news, but it not be based in truth and integrity. That kind of threw us way off. Um, but that's something we have to learn together as a collective. How do we
Yeah.
do that? How do we?
Trust our own instincts, trust our divine guidance, trust
Right,
our discernment. And this is what I mean. You can find a spiritual lesson in almost everything that we
yeah,
see around us that is not in our favor. And if it was all sunshine and lollipops, our souls would not evolve. It's important to have this catalyst, this push up against us to
mhm,
help us to see why we're here, what we can do in combination with trying to help Gaia evolve and raise her frequency and vibration, as well as humanity evolve and raise their frequency and vibration. But
mhm,
we don't want to get rid of everything that's against us. We want to be able to maintain a balance.
right,
We want to be able to not have one thing be so out of balance. And this is comes in a lot, the divine feminine and the divine
yeah,
masculine, patriarchal society and the feminine society. And I think that Terry Lee read something about we were on Friday night, October the 13th. It was Friday the 13th. And that was actually divine feminine,
mhm,
like worshiping day or whatever,
mhm,
I don't, she said it much more eloquently than that, but that it was actually to honor the divine feminine, to honor Mary Magdalene being the 13th disciple. And 13 was often, uh, 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 equated to the divine feminine, and
yeah,
that it's this patriarchy that is turning and changing things so that it definitely lowers this divine feminine. But they also say that as this divine feminine is being conquered and overcome, the divine masculine becomes much weaker and cannot achieve, because they need the balance. They need the divine feminine inside of them. They think that they're the only ones, but it breaks down their own divinity, their own evolution. They cannot evolve without that balance. So
Mhm.
this is what we're trying to get back, is that balance, so that we can all evolve. And it doesn't have to do with gender, because we all have divine masculine and feminine
Right.
with each one of us. I'm just saying the energies around that.
Mhm. Absolutely. I mean, that's perfectly stated. That's that's the whole problem here. And this happened ages ago, where we were disempowered, just and suppressed. And um, it was 13 because there's technically 13 moons in a year,
Hmm.
13th
Hmm.
day women ovulate. There's a lot to it, but yeah, once they suppressed the feminine, because if we want to see light and dark, well, everything grows in the womb. The womb is a dark place. The garden is, you're burying things in soil. So the dark isn't bad. It isn't bad at all. We have both in us, and we can utilize both. But the males have disempowered themselves by doing this. Okay, so I mean, I don't know where that started and how it's going to be fixed, but we,
Val, if you do that, honey, we wouldn't be on here. No.
it's just massive because it's like, oh my God, how are we going to fix all this, right? But it isn't even about um, okay. To me, the media has to be
No,
totally
it,
untrue, right?
it starts with the man in the mirror.
Mm,
It starts with the human in the mirror. It
yeah,
starts with each one of us. This is how we fix it. We fix it inside of us, and we have
yeah,
compassion and discernment with ourselves. We have compassion and discernment with our partners. We have compassion and discernment with our family, with
yeah.
our work environment, with our
Mhm.
community, and begins with us. There's not one of us that can fix that exterior. We can only build a society and an environment that we know we want, and that we know is high vibrational and a loving environment.
Absolutely. It does start with us. It is us. And so we come back to full circle to the picture you posted. How do we give ourselves the grace to be who we are, to be the love we are in every moment? It's not easy, but it gets easier. And the more that we stabilize in these energies, it's just your natural default. It's not even, and I don't really get angry anymore. Certain things out here can trigger me, but you also have the tools, like many of us here, on how to go inside, how to readjust my energy, take a couple breaths, and this is what all this astrology also is about. This has been going on, well, for forever, but especially since COVID. And we came out of COVID and it was like, okay, what do we do now? Here we are after this whole entire pandemic, all that pain and trauma, always more pain and trauma, dealing with so many things in society. And now we're dealing with wars again. And it is it is I just believe the dark, and I don't even want to say it like that, the heartless and soulless, they know to keep pressuring us, keep throwing that fear and and hate and division, and it's so easy for us to just get swept away. But we're smart. We're becoming wise to this, and we're becoming stronger in ourselves. And it's not don't watch the news. we have to kind of understand what's going on everywhere, but how much of your energy do you want to invest in something that is not in your vicinity? I call that the external world. Why and all that, I really, guessing for the most part, but I know where in my vicinity I take care of things and how I prefer things, and how I add love into everything. And that's how we all go forward from here. And the astrology keeps saying that. Now, okay, we had that solar eclipse yesterday. That and that went from the one in 2017. One went across the United States. This one went across, and the cross point is in Texas. So we can pretty much guarantee something in Texas is going to change. That's for those eclipse points hit a certain point for a reason. Yay, the tide has turned, really has. I can't read it all.
Eclipses sing the song of destiny. There isn't anything you need to do at this time but simply flow with change and trust their redirection. Prioritize healing and inner peace. We are moving through a powerful time of evolution. A new world is being born. This uncertainty can be uncomfortable for many. Work through the anxiety. Allow yourself to step out of your comfort zone. And we are ending karmic contracts, reaping karmic rewards, and paying off energetic debts. The focus is health and well being. Raise the frequency of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I mean, I'm getting chills head to toe, Val. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, oh my gosh. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not that I didn't know this, it's that I've been getting these messages and people say, "What do I need to know now? Jean, can I have a message? Jean, and these things are flying out of my mouth. And
Mm-hmm.
for this to be validating all of the energy, all of the messages that source and spirit and the other realms and the galactic councils and that they want to support us and help us through it, guide us through all this.
Guide us through it. And I mean, it's in the astrology. We're all kind of getting these messages. It's okay. This is new energy. We need to
Okay,
we need to go forward in new energy, not the same old, same old.
let me see. I'm
You have
going to
another one.
do a little trick here. Um, this one, the solar eclipse
Mm,
in Libra on the 14th says, "Bring bright and bold new beginnings and
mm,
opportunities. They shed light." Trying to move it, I can't. They shed light on the truth like a flash of insight from beyond.
mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do we not all get that flash of
Yeah.
insight from beyond,
Yeah.
allowing us to take confident action in a possibly unexpected direction? Eclipses bring forward events that are part of our divine path. Eclipses bring forward events that are part of our divine path. Oh my
Mm,
gosh.
mm,
Change is likely, but we can trust the redirection.
mm,
This is a time to explore new options and consider different directions. We're reminded that though change may be unanticipated, it's nothing that isn't meant for our highest good. Trust in yourself and trust. I can't see because
I know.
let's
I
see.
can't even. I have it on my phone. If you want me to look, hold on.
Trust in. Oh wait, let me just make it small. Oh, there it is. Trust in the knowledge you receive.
Yeah.
Trust in yourself and trust in the knowledge that you receive. I mean, this is just a really, really powerful time, you guys.
Mhm.
And let's see. Are we let me see if there's any more. Oh, look, I made it do it. Okay. So this is the 15th. I don't know how I did that. For some reason I just did it. Here's the new moon solar eclipse in
Mhm.
Libra. And it's just a different sort of synopsis. It's
Mhm.
time to set intentions, and it's also a really big manifestation time. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. Now, the new moon is where we plant our seeds, our intentions. Now, this was an eclipse. So, really, the first thing to do is release, 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 release. Write that list, write those lists out, burn it. We have two eclipses this month. I always keep my intention list running, thanking it, being grateful for it, calling in spirit and everything. It's just a habit. It's a good habit to have because we get challenged every day, and sometimes it's just out of nowhere. You may not even be able to label what this is that you're feeling inside of you, but you can ask to have assistance to help release it, or release it yourself. Send it away. I see you, I feel you, I send you into love and light to be transformed and transmuted into something that spirit decides. It's not even for me to decide what that is, what happens to that energy. I acknowledge it and honor it and move on. And this is what we're
Let it
doing.
go.
Yeah.
Let it
Yeah.
go.
You gotta let it go. And this is
Hmm.
just going to keep the same theme is going to keep playing and playing and playing. In April, we have a solar eclipse in Aries. Okay, so now don't forget, Libra is opposite of Aries. So Aries is I am, Libra is we, it's the relationships. And even though that was a solar eclipse yesterday in Libra, that relationship I keep hearing is that the most important one is the one you have with yourself. Keep
Mm.
honing in on that. Keep refining who that person is to you. We kind of accepted a lot of labels and a lot of things, throughout many lifetimes, but just let's use this one. And, you know, uh, I'm finding a lot of us, and this happens to me too. So, a lot of the people I'm doing readings for, it's that unworthiness feeling. I'm not, who am I to say I'm this or whom? It's such a fear and it's a block that it takes that courage to every day stand up and be who you are and speak your truth. It's all any of us can do, but the more of us doing it together and honoring each other. There's so many different types of psychics, so many different types of energy healers. There's things that we haven't even really, again, put a label to yet. We we're just feeling it out. We're just remembering. We don't have all the information on how uh, awesome this energy is, how much we can really do with it. Energetically, we can heal ourselves. Now I'm not a doctor, but I know I did that to myself using energy. And it took my belief in that and trusting in spirit to do it. I used to not be able to sit. I was in so much pain. There is energy is everything. We are energy. We can believe. We can choose to believe in ourselves, to believe in this brighter future, or keep playing in the same sandbox that really isn't any fun.
Well, what I like about this is it says over here, it says eclipses are time to access our higher consciousness to
Hmm.
help us to understand what we truly want and need. And also, it says down here that Libra brings the theme of balance and encourages us to bring more of it into our lives. That balance is the spiritual and the physical, right?
Hmm.
Um, and Pluto is active and can bring power issues in our relationships and within ourselves. It's a time to look deep within, and balance can be achieved. I mean, you see these repeating themes over and over again. And this one says, right here, it says, it's time of introspection. That's what
Mm,
we've all been saying about our life and relationships. Are
mm,
you being fair with yourself? Are your current relationships out of balance? Are you giving more than you are receiving? This is a time of introspection. I mean, all of these things are the messages that we've been receiving. And it's not like the chicken or the egg. This is all happening simultaneously
mhm.
as far as our awareness. Let me see. Did you want to move into the Pluto, or did we go past that? Let me see what this one is. What
You
about the
know,
Pallid?
they're all intertwined. Oh, I like that Palladium one. That was good. Want to see that one? I mean, and there's no limit to our imagination. This is pretty much what the real message is. Do not limit your imagination. Do not limit yourself. Keep going. Do not limit spirit. We limit any of that, we're limiting spirit.
I wonder how I can get that to come back up again.
Which one?
Oh, there it is. This one?
Yeah, that was a good one. That was for October 10th. Now that's the day Pluto stationed direct. So he stopped and I don't even know if he's moved. If he's moved anything, it's just been a couple of minutes. He is a slow mover. It takes him 248 years to go around. Now, he's at 27 degrees Capricorn. It's going to take him till January 20th, 2024 to become 0 degree Aquarius. And he's maybe going to get to 1, maybe 2. And then in November 2024, I think it's November, I'm not sure, he's going to retrograde again for a couple months, but he's only going back to 29. But remember, every time he does that, he is showing us what's going on around us, really going on, because they like to distort their distortion. We really never even get the truth, I don't think. We hear talking heads talking, but I don't know if anyone's actually speaking the truth, but we can see, we know that there's a lot of inequality in our systems.
Mm-hmm.
So then when he goes back into Aquarius, he'll in 2025 January. He won't be doing a retrograde again. Not back into Capricorn, but I mean he will. He's going to be there 20 years. But my guides keep telling me, like, we're going to see signs of light within 2 years. Well, if you look
Wow.
around now, they even say, if you look around now, you can see it now. You can keep focusing on that. Keep focusing on your heart. We do ourselves a huge disservice by giving our power away to anything, you know? And this is a crucial time to cultivate the relationship you have with yourself. Don't,
So
we stay in our power. We can go through a lot of these bumps, you know.
let me just go ahead and read this. It says, on the energy portal, like the 1010 portal, there's a massive influx of new light codes being sent to Earth via solar flares traveling through sound waves, bringing super high frequency. These light codes contain information that will continue to support Earth's ascension, specifically concerning advancements in technology that are of the highest good of Earth and of all. As always, your heart is the receptor and the container that receives this new light. Your heart. But keep your focus on your crown and third eye, especially the back of your head. We're
Mm,
sending you love and light and gratitude and all of your courage. So this is the Palladian channel, and I believe this is a group on Facebook. Is that right? The Palladian channel?
yeah.
This is a message from the Palladians, the galactic race of the
Mm,
Palladians, and they are huge, um, a source of support for Earth's ascension, humanity's ascension, and so on.
Yeah, they're allies. Yeah, we have so many allies. So many that are in not in our vision, not that we can see, you know. We have so much support. But that is still comes down to free will. We have to decide we want to elevate. That was a good one too. It's are we choosing love or fear? You know,
Mm-hmm.
really, that's what the. It's that simple. It's easy to get into the fear, and
Yep.
that one says, are we acting from love or fear? So both acting, being, choosing. Let's see what else I got. So then we got the eclipse at the end of the month. On the 28th will be a partial lunar eclipse in Taurus. Okay, so that's the last one for Taurus. And they kind of got wonky. Usually they stick together like Taurus and Scorpio. We went through all those, and now it's Libra, Aries. But there's this one in Taurus. So again, in that one, what are you making manifest on Earth? What are you physically bringing in? We have the vision. We have the knowledge. We have the way forward. We see how we would prefer things to be playing out. um, I think that's going to be a really good one. It's going to be with Chiron. It's going to be close to Chiron. So that's going to have us looking at the collective wound.
And that's going to be the full moon. And then that's how we're going to see like a partial.
Hmm. On the
Mhm.
28th. And then 2 days later, right, we have Halloween. So we're going to have that full moon vibe in the Halloween. Yeah, it's going to be cool.
So you're going to be on with the crone zone for the full moon? Are you, I mean, around that?
Yes, we're going to be on exactly the 28th, and then later on that evening, Diana will be on talking about it too. I mean, there's so many things to talk about on astrology. It it's really cool, but it is it is asking us. Spirit is asking us, please go inside, be who you are, remember who you are. And that's and when I said that earlier, that remembering who we are, that we almost don't feel worthy of that person. And it takes courage to stand up and keep going. And that's one thing I keep hearing. Keep going forward, keep going forward. It's been a
Absolutely.
lot. It's been a lot. And it's going to now Saturn will go direct November 4th.
Oh,
Yeah, so, and Jupiter will go direct on New Year's Eve.
wow. And we'll
Yeah,
feel this acceleration. We'll feel this ease
yeah.
move at our back, like this little gentle support at our back and moving us forward. This ease is going to come in. Like we've been sort of spinning our wheels, and
Mhm,
now we're going to start to get traction.
mhm,
Now we're just going to start feeling that support. I mean, we've always had the support, but it's going to feel more of a moving forward kind of a
mhm,
sense. And you know, it's important for us to be aware of this, but trust your own instincts. Listen to
mhm,
your own guidance. You have words that play over in your mind, and you're like, "What? You know, is that from what I just heard Jean say?" No, your spirit guides are talking to you,
mhm,
are sharing with you, are you're getting downloads. You're being reminded. It is they're pointing this out. It's an important part for you to remember, whatever part that was that we've reviewed here today or from somebody else. But uh, if it's important for you to learn, to evolve, to chew on, to be aware of, to help to lift your spirits, um, then and a lot of this astrology, it really does coincide with everything else. It's just another way of obtaining information and
mhm,
learning the ebbs and flows of life. It is really more important. I mean, as it's becoming more important now more than ever to be aware of what's going on in astrology. Do you remember that video I sent you, Val, of the part? I don't have that. I don't know
Oh,
why
I
I'm bringing
love
it up, but it's like the sun is the planets are moving around the sun, but the sun is like a meteor going through
that.
the galaxy and even through the universe, and it was just really fabulous, really
I
amazing to
love it.
watch.
It was. She sent me some really cool things about space. I love it, and I appreciate you. But and this is true. Like we've had a lot of planets in retrograde. We still have four of the big ones in retrograde. The last one to come out will be Uranus, January 28th. So the last week, Pluto will have gotten out of
Oh,
direct. I mean, gone forward into Aquarius on the 21st. So this is to me, I feel really good about February. Feel really good. I mean, yeah, that distortion's going to keep doing its thing, but look at all the options we have. We have unlimited options. We have unlimited support. We can create anything, and this is something they've also been saying to me. Go inside and create your biggest dream. Do it. We have the support. It's just us believing in us and taking that literally to heart and making it bring that manifest into like Taurus does. Bring that in the vision and make it manifest into the physical.
hmm. And by all means, what they tell me as well, I hear over and over again, is to play, is to laugh out loud till your tears start coming out of your eyes and your stomach and your cheeks hurt. They want us to play. They want us to go outside. They want us to scream Geronimo and jump off a rock. You know, they want us to be in our human essence, and they want us to feel this, and they want us to have exhilaration. All of these emotions, we need to move through this energy and not just hold in a frightened analysis paralysis kind of uh, we want to express our humanity, express our emotions, and go outside and really enjoy yourself and have lots of fun and laughter. It's just as much as it's as much important to do that as it is to connect to your spirit guides and to connect into yourselves. I know it's a long list. I know you're like, I've got dishes to do. I've got to get the car fixed. How am I going to do all this, Jean? Just if the opportunity comes up, put it in, plan it, put it in your schedule, and do it just a little bit each day. But I just want to
Flow.
thank.
It's
Oh,
flow, right? We just flow. We just feel. We hear we feel the nudges and follow them the best you can. The inner child, though, you hit on that perfectly. That is who we are. That's who we are. Who we're letting be that joyful uh, kid again. And integrate that with the adult you now. Um, oh my goodness, it's just so beautiful because that inner child's been suppressed for a long time in a lot of us.
and me included as well. So I just want to be respectful of your time, Val, and I just want to thank you so very much for coming on and sharing your knowledge, sharing your information. And if anybody would like to get their chart reading done with Valerie, her email is loveucu11,
Yeah,
correct?
yes.
Gmail.com. And you can find that email or a way to connect with her on Illumination Portal, her YouTube page. And if you haven't gone over yet and connect with Val or subscribe to Val, it's Illumination Portal. And you can go over there and subscribe. You can find her email and how to book a reading there. Also, all those pictures that I sent you, she sends these to us all the time she takes the time out and puts these on her community page.
Yeah.
And she's also on Facebook too, but she knows how important this information and this inspiration for all of us. So she puts these things on her YouTube community page. So go over and make sure you're subscribed. Go over, make sure you send her an email, get your chart reading done so that you have an idea of what's what's going on in your own birth chart, and it gives you like just a blueprint of something to follow. But thank you. You're an amazing um, light worker, Val, and thank you so much for all of your help, all of your generosity, and your wealth of knowledge.
Thank you for Dean. I just love your messages too. Thank you. I love that we all show up. We're showing up. We're helping each other remember. It's so important. Lift each other up. And I'm so grateful for the community. Thank you all for always coming out and supporting us.
Yes, thank you all, everybody. I know that there was an amazing chat and there was an amazing exchange of ideas in the chat, and I just wanted to give Val the time and the space to go over that. But thank you all very much for being here and for watching, and we will be back again soon. So thank you all for coming, and have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye now.